What's up, guys? Welcome to a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Still loving here, being in Florida. Hope everybody's doing well today. So, back to the gym with a vengeance today. Actually, since yesterday. Still got the knob on the elbow. Still going a little bit of pain. Using Be Jolly lotion right now. Love that stuff. You should give them a check. Check them out. They're on Instagram. Give them a plug. Tell them Bill sent you. Good stuff. I've been using the 42 and the Thai lotion on there. It's made a world of difference. Tuesday, I was in doing triceps. Horrible pain in the elbow, but had to get the work done. Can't stay a fat slob forever. Need to get back training. So Tuesday was horrible. I got the stuff in the mail Wednesday. Put it on. Went and did shoulders. You can still tell there's an issue in the elbow, but nothing like Tuesday. Stuff worked great. Complete range of motion. No issues with any of the exercises. Great stuff. Went into biceps today this morning. Like kind of early. Same thing. Put it on the elbow. No problems with any of the bicep movements. Still go heavy. No pain. Range of motion was good. Talked to Brett, like I said, over at Be Jolly. He'll take care of you. Drop him a line. Tell him what you got going on. He'll hook you up. Good stuff. Still loving training at my gym. I say my gym. Muscle Asylum in Port Charlotte. Best gym around. Rivals any gym I've been to, including the old Powerhouse back in Massachusetts. Really great place. Love working out there. I've got plenty of time still. I'm looking to do my show in July again, the Dexter Jackson Classic. Didn't come in where I wanted to last year. Didn't come in the condition I wanted to. Going to remedy that this year. Come in lean condition. And if anything happens, it won't be my fault on stage. I've done everything I could to secure good placing and do well. Then after that, going to come home, stay on the diet for another 4 weeks or so, and do the Mel Chancey Harbor Classic in August in Punta Gorda. First time doing that one. I hear he does a hell of a show. It's a great place. He's a great promoter, so we should be good. Busting my buddies back home today as I was leaving for the gym. I was like, it's a little bit chillier than normal. At 5:15, 5:30, it was 68 degrees Fahrenheit here in Florida. I talked to one of my buddies back home today. 24 degrees in Massachusetts this morning. I'll take 68 any day over 24. It's in the 80s now. Beautiful day. Gonna jump in the pool with the dogs after this. You there, Izzy? Can go in the pool after. Izzy loves the pool. We'll take a quick dip after. So that's my week so far. The gym's been pretty good. As far as the side gigs, I had applied at Planet Fitness here in Port Charlotte. Personal trainer. Had a really good interview. Thought it was in the books. Thought I had it. Didn't hear the next day. The lady had said she had one more interview that day. Sent her a thank you for the interview text. And I appreciated it. It felt very welcoming, and I really appreciated being considered. And she texted back that she was out sick that day, so there was still one more interview to go. And anyway, unless I read everything wrong, I thought I had a really good vibe. Thought I was in. Haven't heard back since. So I'm assuming that job's off the table. Had one more interview lined up for yesterday, but the more I thought about it, it's in another fairly cool place, Crunch Fitness, but it's all the way in Cape Coral, Florida. It's a 45-minute commute to get there, and it would be a 45-minute commute coming home. I'm like, do I want to be on the road an hour and a half every day commuting back and forth to work? No. So I canceled that interview. So I'm still looking for a side gig. Got some things in the works I'm working on. I guess onto the vent and the gripes now. It's weird down here. It's different than Massachusetts as far as doctors and medical things. Back in Massachusetts, if anybody is new to this format, doesn't really know me that well yet. I did have open heart surgery in 2022 for a congenital heart defect from birth that finally Facebook, Facebook, Google, YouTube, all the other people would frown upon my saying so, but I think it had to do with all of a sudden, after 53 years, almost 50, my 54th year, having a congenital heart defect with a leaky aortic valve, never an issue. All of a sudden, 8 weeks after I had to get an echo, couldn't breathe. And long story short, if you don't get the surgery, you're going to be dead in a year. Ended up doing the surgery. Didn't want to, but I did. And now, apparently, back in Massachusetts wasn't an issue. 2023, I had prepping for the Dexter Classic. And 13 minutes into my second cardio session of the day, I had the most devastating, horrendous pain in my right side ever. My appendix burst. No question about any past surgeries, any heart issues. Scheduled my surgery for the next day, no issues. Kind of related to that, the surgeon after the surgery told me she noticed I have a slight umbilical hernia, which I replied, why didn't you fix it while you were in there? Oh, we weren't in there for that. We were in there for the appendix. Okay. So anyway, I saw the surgeon down here. See about getting that fixed. Probably not going to do that till after the show now. But I went in to get my initial consultation. It's like, okay, blah, blah, blah. We're just going to have you get checked out by, do you have a cardiologist here? I'm like, nope. So they set me up with the cardiologist. So when I finally get to the cardiologist, they're like, oh, yeah, you have to have an echo and a stress test and all this other crap before I'll okay you for surgery. Why? I've had surgeries as recently as 2023. No questions about anything, no issues. Well, once you've had a heart surgery, it's been almost 2 years since your last echo. It's like, yeah, and the heart surgeon, before I moved, said the last one looked great. Didn't need to do it before I moved. I was all set. But now all of a sudden, everybody to either cover their ass malpractice-wise or to make every penny they can from billing my insurance, I have to have a new echo, 2 days worth of stress test just to get a laparoscopic, I can't pronounce the word, robotic hernia repair. That'll take like 20 minutes in and out. So yeah, a little miffed about that. I'm going to see an orthopedic person next week. Within the next 2 weeks. It's the 25th. To have this thing looked at, and it just doesn't want to seem to, this little rubbery bursa sac thing just does not want to go away and dissipate. So they're going to take a look at that and see what that's all about. My other rant of the day. I don't understand, with all the jobs people are saying they need in this country, why call centers are not in this country. Every time I've called customer service for anything in the last 2 weeks, all I get are non-English as a first language speaking people that I can't understand for shit, trying to help me. It's nerve wracking. It drives me up the fucking wall. had to have that happen today. Actually, shortly before this recording, I got a call from Apria Healthcare, who provides my CPAP. And I've been dealing back and forth with them because of their foreign call centers for 2 months now, trying to get my new address cleared up. I've given it to them 3 times. And I get a thing saying, oh, you owe this much. My insurance says I owe this much. Why am I being billed this? Oh, we haven't had a payment since this date. Like, that's because you're not sending me the damn bill. Send it to my Florida address. Got it all set. So I got a voicemail today. Please pay this bill, blah, blah, blah. Call here. So I called to tell them again, as soon as I get a bill in the mail, so I know you have my right address on file for billing and for sending my CPAP equipment, I will pay the bill. Call it up. I can't understand this woman to save my life. It was horrible. Finally said, can you please direct me to the American English-speaking representatives? It was like she was gargling with marbles. I could not understand a word that came out of her mouth, so I just hung up. Tried again. Finally, get through. Where are you located? Dead air. Can you tell me where you're located? Hello, sir? Yes, ma'am. Where are you located? After 5 minutes of repeating, where are you located? Hello, sir? Finally got out of her that I was reaching a Philippines-based call center. You can't help me. I need to speak to an American representative of this company. Can you give me a number? Can you direct me? For another 5 minutes of stammering and not understanding the things she said, I hung up again. So we're going to try one more time after this, but that's my rant of the week. Why do we have to send all of our call center calls overseas? I need to speak to somebody in the U.S. You know, when I was trying to explain my new address last time, can you spell? Yes, let me spell the name of the street for you. Okay, how do you spell avenue? Are you fucking kidding me? A-V-E, Ave. Okay. City, Port Charlotte. Can you spell? Oh my God. Okay, yep, Florida. Florida? Yes, that warm state on the southeast coast of the U.S., Florida. Can you spell? Yeah. I gave her the zip code. I'm like, please don't ask me to spell the zip code. I can't spell the numbers for you. And yeah, still apparently they don't have the address on file because I'm still not getting it. So yeah. Hire Americans. Solve 90% of the stress problems for customers like me. 99% of the stress for customers like me. I get so tired of dealing with that. Yeah. So anyway, I feel a little bit better this week as far as not such a fat piece of shit. You see a little bit of shape. Like when I did my shoulders and biceps today, I'm like, I can actually see that there's a muscle there. Under fat still. But I feel better about my appearance. So I don't feel like the, as I told my buddy Brett, I went from contest ready on stage in July to 3.5 months later, 4 months later. I feel like my status is, do you even train, bro, physique wise? So I feel better. I was lamenting to my wife last week. We went out to dinner and I had a 2X. I usually take an XL. I had a 2X shirt from Gasp. It felt like I was wearing a medium. It was so freaking tight, especially in the gut area. I've had a lot of inflammation, a lot of fluid. Finally getting rid of the fluid. Some of my issues have been the fluid retention, not going to totally blame it on the doctor, but my surgeon, after heart surgery, kept me on a medication called metoprolol. I was on it for over a year. His original synopsis was, you're going to be on this the rest of your life. Oh, okay. It's a medication for a problem I never had. It's for a rapid heartbeat, or to keep your heart rate low. Never had that problem. My problem was my aorta leaked. Didn't have anything to do with my heart rate. I've never had a heart rate problem. Never had any issues, technically heart related, just that I was not getting the blood pumping where it was supposed to. So the surgery is supposed to fix that. Long story short, metoprolol, in as little as 3 months, can worsen diabetes in diabetics. If you're not a diabetic, it can make you become a diabetic. So a year later, thank God for Dr. Rachel, she's like, you don't need to be on this anymore. This medication is not doing a thing for you. And I had told her I had checked my blood glucose on the meter she had given my wife. I'm like, yeah, my waking, fasting blood sugar is between 150 and 170 when I wake up, which is really, really bad. I've never had an issue at this point. I think I was 55. I was like, I've never had an issue in 55 years with A1C, blood sugar, anything. Now, all of a sudden, I said, if I eat something an hour later, I mean, just regular bodybuilding food, chicken, rice, eggs, oatmeal, cream of rice, an hour later, my blood sugar is in the 300 range. And we looked at goddamn telemarketer. Sorry about that. So, yeah, where was I? So, she's like, after researching the medication with me, she's like, well, welcome to type 2 diabetes. So I've been on insulin since, and I'm on glipizide to help with it. And for the last probably 7 weeks, 8 weeks, I'm going, why is my blood sugar not responding like it should? I take the insulin, the calculations that I'm supposed to, the long insulin N in the morning and evening, and then the insulin, the Humulin R, with meals if needed. And like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's out of control. I can't control it. That finally, whatever reason, seems to be under control. The last couple of days have been right on point, and the fluid's coming off, and I feel better. So, yeah, so I digress. So next week, we're going to start back filming the workouts at the gym. And any questions, any comments, please hit me up. Anything you'd like to see on the show. I'm going to try to have a couple people that I've met do a online podcast with me. I'm going to hit my buddy up back in the north, see if he wants to get online and do a podcast with me. But otherwise, anything you want to see, please hit me up. Questions or comments. I'm so sorry. The lawn guys are out there doing their stuff today. I just noticed how loud it is. So again, check my Instagram, IG, official Bill Heron. It's got my link tree of all my coupon codes for companies I'm affiliated with. Please check them out. Please utilize them. Be back next week with a wrap up of the week and what's going on. And I'm going to be posting on some shorts on here with the training stuff, and that'll also be on Instagram as well. Until then, it's been real. It's been great. Peace out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week.